Welcome back to City League Darts from our laundry room in Austin, Texas.
Interesting start last week.
Let's go ahead and take up the standings right now. So as we see, pretty much 4 players stacked at 2 points, 4 players stacked at 0 points. So just to recap for folks who might not be familiar with Premier League style play, players are playing each match to earn a potential 2 points for a victory, meaning they get to 5 legs first. However, they can split the point 1 each with a draw at 4 all. So that's what you see on this table. The other column that's used to determine the rankings is the leg differential, which is the net difference between legs won and legs lost for a player. So we see Darren, despite his dominant performance in week 1, not quite at the top of the table yet because of that leg differential. Though that's the kind of stuff we expect to kind of see even out over the course of the season.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
That happens. I don't know. That's baseball, baby. All right, Seth. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it! Holy shit! What are we looking at that for?
Big.
The triple 19, the double 18. Holy shit for the 93 for the match.
93.
So, you know, it's not like everyone's coming into this complete freshman. However, Hughes and Toaster are definitely the only ones who are.
Oh wow!
Heyo!
8-0.
Heyo! Just constant big singles at a minimum for these players. Are you about to know the ton 80?
180.
Oh my god! Oh
Wow!
my gosh!
Another one!
The way you said 180 threw me off.
All right, good stuff. Let's take a look at the lineup for this week. So, kicking off the week, we've got Jimmy D and Toaster, followed by Sweet Action and DJ Mike Hughes. Then we'll have Dart Maestro and Silver Fox. And then finally rounding out the week, it's Wood 13 against Electron John. And with that, we're ready to get underway. So let's take a look at where our players match up after just 1 week. Probably too early to read into much of this right now, but certainly a little bit of perspective here on at least how these players managed to show up in week 1 here so far. And I do need to issue a correction. I said that Dave was in Fodal C, in the C division in the Fodal last match. That was incorrect. He is in B. However, he finished second to last in the regular season standings, which means that he is now playing in a promotion relegation tournament to avoid relegation down to the C division. So he's playing to keep his spot in B for the following season, and I think he has a match in the first or second week in July. So that's it for those players from the first week. Let's go ahead and get the match underway. That'll do it. So, Mr. Weyland with the darts, I have I've correctly toggled, selectly toggled Toaster here on the scoreboard, and we are underway.
All right.
55.
Okay.
5-5.
Right. So we have the records for last week then.
Yep.
Okay. So they both lost.
13.
Okay. So they both lost. And am I reading this correctly that James lost 5 legs? But Toaster, wait, no. How do I read the -5?
So the LD is the leg differential.
Like, oh, okay.
So in their
0,
match,
5.
the difference they had 5 fewer legs than their opponent. So in this case, indicating a 5-0 victory
Right.
for Mike over brother James, and a 5-2 victory of Darren over Dave in what I think we both
100.
consider the match of the week.
Yes.
Dave,
oh, yeah.
Toaster
Yes.
with a nice ton there. Little Toaster ton.
Toaster ton.
Ooh, I think it's just outside the 54.
31.
Yeah, the treble 4 and the 18 and the 1 for 31.
$28.
So Dave well ahead here, starting this off. That's his kind of first sloppy score of the night.
26.
Not even quite the night where JD is in sunny San Diego.
30.
I don't know why I said it that way.
Embarrassing.
I know.
I was just going to try and move on.
Yeah,
Move
I
past
could
it.
I could edit it out, but I won't because I'm honest like that.
I think you were thinking of Anchorman. San Diego.
Well, I was, but I wasn't.
66.
We don't need to get in copyright hot
Right.
water with the lawyers.
Yes.
Our legal team is not nearly as robust. Ooh,
Nice.
I think that's in there. It could be a little low. It's
68.
not low. It's in there. So Toaster getting himself to a nice 160, a couple treble 20s and a 40 when he gets back. It's just that easy.
24.
JD having a bit of a slow start here. If I recall correctly, I think he might have done that against Mike too, and then heated up a little bit later.
75.
Nice.
Beautiful third dart there. It's interesting on 135.
22.
On 135, Toaster on the third dart
Went for the
there
bull.
went for the bull, which you'll always see first dart on 135 with 3 darts to go. You'll go bull. Me personally, I usually go
45.
Because setting up with
I usually go. You just need to pay attention here.
11.
So I typically just go triple 20 there. Me personally, I wonder if there's actually I don't know that that's the right thing to do though.
oh
So Toaster
Scored.
missing a few. Have plenty of time to take out this 10. Now this could be a time where he might want to split it with JD this far behind. I think there's definitely a case to be made here for going 2 double 4.
42.
I think he'll probably just go straight for it though, but we'll see.
yeah.
Going straight for it,
Going
great
straight for
marker.
it. Yep.
No
Ooh.
score.
What would you do? Would you go? You split it?
I'd probably go for it just because I'm bad enough where I can totally miss the 2.
17.
So, yeah, I'd be fine going inside 1, double 2. Oh!
Oh,
8 scored.
not bad shooting at all, but
Yeah, I mean, that 5's a bit inside.
A little bit
Ideally, you want to
inside,
aim
but
just a little
yeah.
bit up, kind of 1 up, 1 in.
29.
Set your first double 5 as a marker for the second one that goes in.
No score.
Again, kind of, 1 up, 1 in. You want to aim that first one on the double 1 just a bit outside. Oh, and here, the first week, we have another early high
Great,
double.
great.
That double 5 here, still in the 200 range that we saw a whole bunch
First
of.
dart.
There we go.
got it.
Nice.
Toaster getting over the line here with the first dart. So a not so tidy 37 darter.
You too.
We'll see if they can clean that up. Toaster 1 for 9.
Yeah, I mean, he was so 53 was his average last
14.
match.
Yeah, so that's his season. So the season
Yeah.
averages. So JD with a 40.72 season average so far,
60.
just from his first match, and Dave with a
So throwing
53.32.
a little bit below that average.
19.
And JD with a 26.8 average so far through this leg and a 10th.
26.
Also below his average.
Also
because
below his average.
40.72. I think a lot of players are like that, though. You get better as you go into the match.
25.
Still get warmed up.
Yeah, especially folks who haven't played online quite as much, though, as we've heard Toaster with a bit more online experience
60.
than perhaps the average Q League player this season.
Seven.
Thought that was just a 7 there from JD, who's really struggling to find any sort of rhythm. These 7s and 11s and 19s are pretty far off from target.
140.
Nice.
Nice,
Nice.
40 from Toaster
Thank you.
at 2:15 after 12.
$22.
Toaster needs a couple 20s to get into range. We need a treble now. Won't
30.
do it. Under no duress, as through 15 darts, JD still struggling to get across the 400 mark. First dart off the board, and
13.
still
Yeah.
just a really rough
struggling.
going. He's got to do something to just kind of shake his head up. Maybe just kind of even treat this leg as target practice, right? Maybe even start
60.
going for some bullseyes or double 20s, or just to find some sort of rhythm, just to treat this leg as something to get him into the next
Oh,
one.
he just had a bounce out. I think it was in the 777, not the 19, though.
40.
The toaster here, we'll see if he goes bullseye for a start. Yeah, he did try to set up the clean ton. As it is, leaves a 108. Just a bit high, 88 left.
57.
All right, so three solid darts. Puts him in a good spot for 23-24 darter. JD finding a whole bunch of sevens here. Looks like a 35, 5 of them.
35.
The toaster with the the camouflage numbers on the left side of the board, missing tops.
48.
Oh yeah.
So I'm sitting there trying to look at what are the numbers there? Like what did I crop this wrong? Did he take the number ring off? It's funny. Wonder if that's a tactic.
Hey, that's a triple.
Maybe. Yeah, looks like JD
triple.
found a treble.
There you
Nice.
Is that in? No, just outside again.
Oh.
Oh, what a rough overcorrection.
Yeah.
So again, you assume Toaster's just going to go straight for it this time.
Just getting killed.
Well, I don't know if it's as much you're getting killed as much as you're killing yourself here, JD. We're still at 30 darts here.
6 scored. Come on, you got this now, JD. Let's go.
Hey, there's a treble 19.
Is it? I can't tell.
Is that 63?
Yep.
63.
Alright, nice.
Toaster looking for double 2. Oh man, that
Ooh,
was about as
that's-
close as that first
yep.
double 10 attempt.
Oh, that's inside.
2 scored.
Back at the double one.
So if we'll see if he goes one up, one in.
42.
Got to work it down. I think he
Nice.
found it there. Indeed, he did.
That's good.
A slightly
JD.
less untidy
Got this, buddy.
35 darter. So far, checkouts
You
of
will.
2.
Yeah, he
And
hasn't
2.
had that much pressure, I think, to
80.
get it faster than that. Nice.
Yeah, right. There's something to be said for that, kind of bringing
Yeah.
down your average a little bit, right? I mean, you even said that you
Oh, I
really need that
definitely.
pressure, that imminence.
Yeah.
12.
And I feel like that with you. Like, I feel like you throw, when you and I practice, you don't throw as well. Because you know that you have.
41.
So JD here with no
35.
looks at a checkout yet, and Toaster on 2 of 20. In fact, I'm not sure JD has gotten into range. Let's see. Well, I don't have this
50.
up in the stats, but I wonder, did JD get in checkout range that first leg? You remember?
I don't remember.
It's-
75.
Yeah, I thought
There you
that,
go.
that dart caught the. I don't know if that's quite a there you go worthy. As Toaster giving some congratulations. Perhaps he wasn't looking, didn't see that it was a double 20. But
100.
then again, any way you
It's
can
a
get
good
them, you
score.
take the points.
Yeah.
They let you keep them nonetheless.
Yep.
It's not a call shot game.
35. $60.
I wonder how that would change the dynamic if darts was played call shot. If you had to call either like the score of your turn, or like
35.
the placement of each dart.
No.
No, that'd be nuts. I'd love to see like the top 8
Well,
do that for
There
a
are
day.
games like that, right? Aren't there like what was the game that we played with?
Oh, golf, sorta.
Not no, isn't there one where you're like you have to shoot for like whatever, like you call what you're going.
37.
I'm going for the bigger fat.
Oh,
of
skinny
the
3.
17.
Oh, just
yeah,
the
that
bar
game,
game? Yeah.
yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's just
Okay.
some home. No, I'm talking about call shot 501. Like play this game with the mix, the change,
92.
Yes.
the added component of great math from Toaster here. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
83.
all right, and JD finding some range. Dave looking for double 18. One side, double 9, top left. You can't see it, but trust me, it's there. Oh, just outside. Woo! Those were 3 mighty close doubles. So
17.
JD still outside of checkout range. Toaster looking for double 9.
Oh.
So bounce out on the wire. It was pretty high. It was the top of that spider. Can he use that marker? He
Oh.
can't.
Good shooting though.
Yeah, right? I mean,
Yeah.
three well thrown darts, well placed.
Oh man, that's
pancake,
unfortunate.
pancake dart from JD, who is still outside of range on a bogey 162 here. Toaster missed a single one into the trouble, double 3 now.
Three scored.
Not a great spot to be in. 6 is the, I think maybe the pros call it the most awkward,
42.
like the most awkward double.
Which one?
6. And that's what. Oh,
It is
No score.
definitely is for me. No, 3 is the hardest one for me.
48.
Toaster still looking for that double 3. I thought he might split it this time. Just start aiming at the 2s, kind of get that range in.
No score.
All right, well,
All right,
check out
JD,
range.
he's got a chance. 65 left. Oh no! What was that? It was
42.
Okay, I wonder if that was a. No, that would have been a bust. I can't do math. So.
I'm not sure if he was going for the 19 there. I'm pretty sure that first start was in the 7.
No score.
So Toaster again going inside with his first start, leaving himself on 3 and can't set up the madhouse. JD wants double 10.
10 scored. Jeez.
All right, double 1.
Four
Well, he's
scored.
happy to be
Back.
off of the
Back in
the
nut
6.
house. Nut house, madhouse. What do we say?
Madhouse.
Madhouse. I keep saying
I've
nut
always
house.
yeah, you do.
I don't know why.
Someone asked that on Reddit recently too, and I never heard it. So both these players just missing inside their way down.
Come on, JD, take it out right here.
This
All right,
is
yeah, let's go.
getting tedious.
Oh.
No score.
Oh man.
This is just one of those loops that players get in, and you.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh
They're
gosh.
both happy. You both get
Oh,
happy
thank
at that
goodness
point.
that's over. All
Put
right.
us out of our.
Get out
Is
of
that 46 starter the momentum that James needs? And JD just saying, screw it, let's just go bullseyes. Whatever. Let's play some soft tip. 61 it looks like for JD there. Just still calculating.
61.
There we go.
$70.
All right. Well, JD has bumped his average up to 31.2 as Dave has dropped his average down to 38.3. James
20.
with the infinitely higher
100.
Checkout. Infinitely higher checkout.
Where were you going with
Well, I'm
that?
trying to enter the score because
Yeah,
I entered
I
0
know,
for
I know.
JD's turn, and
I
I'm
was-
just like trying to do
30.
30 things at once. 30, get it. Yeah. Anyway, James with a huge 10 checkout.
100.
Whoa.
Oh, we have our third maximum here
Nice.
of the Q League season. Toasters first. You'll love to see it. Plucking out one at a
Awesome.
time. There was no question. The trajectory of those was brilliant. Looks like an 8.
8.
And we'll see if Toaster follows it up with a brilliant 151 or a classic post 180 22. Well, it's not going to be a 22.
57.
All right, 57 will work.
God, 11.
All right, Toaster, treble 18 for tops. Oh, looks like he just missed it into that single 4. Has 90. Wants to stay on the treble 18 for double thereof. Now he's got 4 4s, 16. He's got 78 left. Still wanted the treble 18.
Oh, no.
Still missed the 4.
Well, he's got time right now.
33.
Those are 3 solidly, consistently thrown darts. Like, I really much like the way those went in. Meanwhile, it's on double 16 after the 42 in the first start. Oh,
42.
nice visit. Whew. Too bad that first start could have been a little bit closer inside and give himself a marker.
36.
All right, Toaster still looking for that 32 inside double 8. Yeah, second dart indeed.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, fantastic 20 dart leg for Toaster there.
Oh, wow, yeah.
He's starting to turn it around there. Bumped his average up to a 42.9. JD to 30.1 here so far
65.
through 4 legs. Nice start for Toaster, who himself finds a high double early on. It's going to become a theme. It's going to be like the real shot.
24.
It's all the... Yep. I was gonna say I did it wrong. I did. I need to clean up the way that undoing is handled too. Get rid of these page refreshes.
95.
All right. This match is starting to turn around.
All right, those were good darts.
58. 60.
Yeah, Toaster just doing a really solid job keeping the darts down the middle of the board. You know, his strays into the 5 and 1 aren't that far off.
We're on 43.
And hey, I entered a score correctly again, so that's good.
Well,
I think
you weren't talking at the same time.
Oh
so.
yeah, that's true. I think all the messes, all the mistakes I've done have been on JD's turn so far this match too.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
24.
So I think it was just the flight that bit it. The dart actually stayed in there.
Oh.
I thought it flicked back too. Yeah. Speaking of which, I forgot to tell you that match where I
100.
insisted that Seth's Robin Hood was a Robin Hood into that treble 18. It was, and you said we were like, "Are you sure?" Like
I didn't think it was.
It was not. It was,
Well, I appreciate that.
48.
So meanwhile, Toaster on for another outrageous leg. It's super on. 41 left. Hits the one, I think, once tops. Oh!
61.
Just misses it high. Woo! I gotta update. I put in too many doubles, too many missed doubles there. Just one, not two. Not trying to screw Toaster's doubling here.
30.
Oh man, that
Was it good?
that got me jumping in my seat. Come on, bring it down. Well, not like that. Once three to leave. Once single
Not
3
like
to
that.
leave 32.
Oh,
No, that's
too
all right.
bad.
Could have been worse. Yeah,
42.
you mean you can still take care of the 18. Meanwhile, I did it again.
11.
2 misses there for Toaster. Keep on missing up the doubles count here, but better me than them. That's kind of my point. We want to track the numbers, but we don't want to track the players with the double checking.
Well,
And just making a hash of this. Toaster finds himself on 6 again, the last place he wanted to be. He'd rather be on 3 than 6, I bet you.
22.
See if he splits it. I'd go 2 double thereof, but trying to stay up. So is he gonna? Yeah, so he would just rather have the madhouse than the 6. Oh,
41.
Toaster doing a good job to keep his darts, and there's waiting for me to enter the missed doubles, which I'm sleeping on. So many things to do. A little high, bring it inside.
No
Not
score.
that inside. JD trying to get in range.
Or 58.
Toaster, it's good. One up, one in. One up. One up.
No score. Damn. $37.
One up, one in.
Oh, no score. $27.
So you can hear it's just some of the frustration on JD's side. Definitely not reflective of the darts that that he knows how to play.
Yeah, that was that could have been a real. How many darts? Oh, it's already gone. I was gonna say, what was it at?
No,
when
he was on it. He was on
what
it.
would it have been?
Through after 20.
100. There you go.
All right.
I mean, it's definitely not too late for JD. Like, he has the darts to come back around. I mean,
100.
Toaster is still just throwing a 42, 43 now average for this match. Like, JD could absolutely match that and exceed that for the next 5
Yeah.
legs.
21.
He did on his average. It was very close to that last match.
Yeah, I said 5 legs, only 3 legs because we can only play 8.
43.
But yeah, right. His match, right? Yeah, obviously, yeah, right. I mean, 40.72 in the match against his brother. So
24.
just unable to follow up the tons with consistent 60s or even 45s.
60.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a little disappointed.
$76. There you go.
Well, if it weren't for that third dart, I was going to say that they were pretty evenly matched here, and JD was getting himself into a decent position to potentially take this leg and get back in it. But three good darts there. So I think certainly at the best position he's been in so far this match through 15 darts.
Oh yeah, let me look at his scoring.
30.
Yeah, he's starting to zero in now.
Yeah.
45.
Yeah, I mean, even that miss into the 5, I thought, by the angle could have just as easily been a treble 20. I think it was, just tucked in the corner.
60.
So JD needs to put in a solid throw to apply a little bit of pressure. What a beautiful first start. Just knock. Oh, again.
No.
I don't know what is going on with these pancakes.
Yeah.
I've
That was
never seen
right
this
there.
before from him. And we've played together so much. I wonder if there's something up with his stems or.
What is a pancake though?
No,
What do you
just
mean by-
I think these bounce outs. I think the dart is hitting kind of flush on the board.
Oh, it's not that it's getting
I don't- yeah.
deflected by the
I don't think
wire
so.
or
I get the
something.
feeling that
Okay.
it's just broadsiding itself, but I could be wrong.
$57.
So Toaster doing well to set himself up for tops. Meanwhile, JD can't make the 1-2-8 go.
27.
Does get closer. So Toaster looking for tops here. A little bit inside, double 10. Ooh, good marker. Yeah, and he
Third
uses
dart.
it.
Nice, man. Ooh, it's not the madhouse.
Yeah, I think that was the only time.
All right, well, James there finding a double this match, but still seeming to have a hard time with the rhythm, especially in the scoring. There might be some there might be some validity to the theory that having a newborn is not conducive to regular darts practice at home. I'm beginning to think that there might be something to that. Meanwhile, Toaster putting in a solid 180 here, a whole bunch of ton pluses. Despite that, though, a good bit off his average from last week. So 5 for 59 is on doubles is certainly going to be a disappointment. But it doesn't really matter too much in the overall scheme of things. He still gets the 2 points for the match and the +4 legs in his differential for the season standings. Let's turn to our second matchup of the week between two players who both earned victories in week 1. That we've got Sweet Action at the top of the table with his 5-0 victory, and DJ Mike Hughes sitting in 4th with just that +2 leg differential after giving up 3 to Dart Maestro Russ Mitchell last week. DJ putting in the objectively better performance, however, really by every measure. Got about 8 points on the 501 average, 7% there on the doubles, though the one advantage that Sweet Action does seem to have here is in the scoring. So we'll see if that plays true, and I think we're definitely expecting this to be a solid match in the Battle of the Mics coming up now.
All right, Mike, I'll show you one. Sounds good, buddy. Outside.
I expect this cork to go a little bit faster than the last one.
Yeah.
It might be over. It might even be over right there.
Oh,
Holy
no.
moly.
It's not.
Outside.
Woof. All right, now it might be over right here. Right here.
All right, you need to stop predicting this. Oh,
Outside and green bit to you.
Okay, now it might be over right here.
oh,
Red bit.
All right, it's over.
Nicely done. All right, you well, Mike. Shoot
And
'em up,
Hughes takes the darts. So, where are we at in the standings? So Gilligan in first with the commanding 5-0 victory over his brother.
James, yeah.
Hughes in like third or fourth.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So
Good.
yeah. So Gilligan had the.
I was just trying to enter my score, and I forgot I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah, we're getting all settled here. Anyway, let's start that over, shall we? Because wow, what
Alright.
an interruption! They're getting
Go
confused. I'm
away,
getting
go.
confused.
100.
more like Mike confused Hughes. I'm sorry. I tried something. It didn't work. Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Okay. We'll cut that out.
Okay, starting over now as these players are actually throwing real well. So, what I was trying to say there, Gilligan in first place in the lead with that 5-leg differential. Hughes did win his first match by a scoreline of 5-3. But the interesting thing there is that Hughes scored about a 10 point higher average in that first match. So through one match so far, Gilligan has a 45 average through the season with Hughes at a 54. I think that's a little bit low for Hughes, how he normally plays, and I know that's way low for Mike, how he normally plays.
100.
So I think that this could easily be the match of the season. We could be see averages pushing
100.
60
Yeah, I mean, we've got lots of
for both
tons
these
already.
players. Yeah, this is outrageous. Yeah, 5 tons already through the match. Ooh, Mike letting it off a little bit. So Hughes could do well to really push out here and try to give a little bit of insurance points on his throw here, which he certainly wants to keep. Ooh, fantastic treble 20 on the second dart.
80.
Good switch downstairs, leave himself 1-2-0. Mike going down 19s for a start, hits that treble, leaves himself with 1-2-2, one of that 18.
76. $60.
So Q's unable to set himself up with a single dart checkout, but he'll have 60 if he returns. Meanwhile, Gilligan for the 103. Figure he'll go 19s first start here. Oh, nope, just one of the 20s. 83 left, treble 17 for double 16. We'll have to settle with the setup.
47.
All right, Hughes, 20 for tops. And he busts it with the first one.
Oh, no.
Class 660. Unfortunate, could have been on for a 22 yarder there. Ooh, meanwhile, Mike misses the big number.
All right.
Now he wants tops.
Oh, a little
30.
low.
36.
Oof, so Hughes missed the big number again for a start off. So these players settling down. The scoring has been fantastic. The doubling has been painful. Or just the setting up. So again, some doubling issues. All right, inside for Hughes. Wants that double 10. There he gets it. With that second dart. All right, off to a good start. Mike, could you turn that, I assume it's your side, the music down a bit again? It's coming through pretty good. All right, well, that's a heck of a start. So 26 starter. Could have been a 23.
Yep.
I think I said 22 earlier. It was just fixing to be a 23. But, wow. So, but still, nice 26 starter. Like I said, both players might get a 60 Qs at a 57.8 average here.
Is there a reason they're not?
I'm not sure. I think Mike was just getting his...
okay. There you
okay.
go. Yep.
I think we might have lost his audio entirely here.
Was he not? What's... No, I don't
Yeah,
know what I'm
no.
looking at.
Oh, whoa. Did I lose?
I don't hear anything now.
So now my Skype is acting weird here. Okay, can y'all hear me? My Skype is just not responding at all.
Nope.
All right, sorry about that. My Skype froze out on me. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Mike, your first turn. Gilligan?
I had a 26.
Okay.
Hughes has an 80.
All right, well.
All right, back in action.
Thanks. I don't know what happened there. Just Skype. Every click in Skype was dead. Like as soon as Mike would have gone to have done something, it just triggered something on my end, maybe, or maybe it's just purely coincidental. Who knows?
11.
But either way, I've never had anything quite like that happen before with Skype. So hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't expect it to. Didn't expect it to in the first place, though.
43.
Hopefully that doesn't shake up the player's rhythm too much. I feel bad about it, but nothing I can do. All right, so you can hear Mike getting a little bit frustrated, kind of losing some of that zen that he was in. It seems to be maybe affecting both players here.
26.
We're well overdue for a ton. By this point last leg, I think we had 2 or 3 under our belt. But no doubt both these players will find it. Nope, another early high. That might not be a double quite.
16.
Yeah, not quite.
22.
Well, a much, much cooler leg here. Maybe both players just need a little leg to kind of reset after the interruption. Ooh, Mike maybe dialing in a little bit here.
45.
Of course, I say Mike, and I mean Gilligan, as this is the battle of the Mikes. Mike is
Right.
guaranteed
Right.
to, I would say guaranteed to win, not guaranteed to win, as these players could draw
42.
another high double in the over 100, over 200 range here. Goodness gracious. So players cooling down a little bit. Mike Gilligan with a 51.1, Hughes with a 52.2.
100.
There we go. So Gilligan's nickname, Sweet Action, I'm very familiar with it. I just never call him that, and I see him all the time, and I like refer to him in person all the time,
81.
and it's just not really within my it's just not what
To
I
call
think to
him.
do. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it's Mike, but Hughes, but I call Mike Hughes.
Right. Or
So I need to
DJ,
just
or yeah.
So from now on, it's just Mike versus Hughes. Maybe is the nomenclature I'll use.
51.
So you can't even
Hughes-
say Gilligan because we've got two Gilligans in the
Right.
league. Today,
Exactly.
right now, you can. But
Good.
38.
Ooh, and that's gonna leave Hughes on a bogey. I don't know what he was doing aiming at that 17. Or with the 19. Was it? I guess he was trying to get the 19 for the 167 and just missed way off to the right. Either that or a miscount. I don't know.
41.
Both of those seem pretty unlikely for Hughes. At any rate, trying to get within range, so he'll be in there now.
59.
So Gilligan try to take out the 126, bunch of 19s to start if he can. Missing to the treble 3.
64.
So Hughes trying to put the pressure on, but well, not much after that first start. The winning score leaves him 90 with this third. 0 wants to go.
24.
So, see if Mike can take this out. Probably wants triple 10. 20 for 32 or 12 for tops. Probably 12 for tops. He's a tops loving fool. And is that I think that's the single. Yeah, it was the single. I just missed the double high. So Hughes, treble 18 for double 16. Oof. One more 18 lives him a shot at the bull. Bullseye for the steal. Oof, way off.
56.
So Gilligan for tops. One and done, or up and in. Ooh, or up and in?
20.
Alright, well, he'll be disappointed with that. It's not often that you see Mike Gilligan step up to the plate with 40 and walk away from it
yeah.
without
34.
501. Alright, there's Hughes on the second dart there. So Gilligan had his chances, but Hughes
He
just
did.
snuffed that away from him. Not quite as clean a leg. 32 darts there that time. Hughes so far with checkouts of 40 and 30. Again, barely anything between these players.
Yeah.
Hughes at a 51.8, Gilligan at a 50.6.
40.
And it's that double percentage. Gilligan 0 for 7 here. I mean, that's what's doing it to him.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Hughes clean 2 for 6. Like, Hughes is lagging behind in the scoring, but if you're going to shoot 2 for 6 and you're still going to throw a steady 50, 52 average, you're going to win a lot of matches in this league. Ooh. Thought that third one might have been in the treble bed, but just got deflected down ever so slightly. So slower in the scoring, but not quite the sloppiness that we saw last leg with the sprays into the 5 and 1 and the 12, the 7s, the 19s, all that. Oh, better 3 from Gilligan there. I'm just waiting for both these players to catch fire. I still think they'll do it.
66.
All right, so I mean, Gilligan could get right back to Hughes' spot here with just 3 in the single 20. That ton last turn really helped him stay within this leg as Q started heating up at the same time. Yeah, still not far out.
I know.
Just
they're
don't
just
throw.
so
Ooh,
close.
now
That's what I'm
nice.
saying. I'm just saying they're so close. I don't. I mean, I know he does it all. He's
140.
So we'll see if Mike can apply some pressure here. As Q sets himself up in a great spot after 15 darts. All right, that's a great dart from Gilligan. You just got to keep that third in the 20.
right,
Or put it in the treble 20. Either one.
Responds in kind.
Mike, whatever you want to do. Oh, and it's on. 14 for tops for Q's now. And he misses the big number! 3 to set himself up. What a disappointment.
74.
Oh, what a bummer after that beautiful first start. Such a great effort to get that treble 20 in. Just needed the single 14 to set up tops. Can Mike take advantage of it? Great marker. Ah, just below it. Dang it.
41.
Real unlucky to not get that third one in the single 20. Meanwhile, Q's trying to... Oh, just could have stolen it away. Just want 7 to set up 32. So Gilligan still got a chance here. It's got to go 19s, even though I'm sure he's going to go 13s.
Why did you know he was going to go 13s?
Because he just doesn't care to set up the single 20. Meanwhile, 55 scores. We wanted the 24 just inside.
67.
Oh wow, great setup on 75. The treble 17 to set up that double 12. Meanwhile, Q's inside on double 16. I missed a double 8. Should just bust it, throw it in that 8 wedge.
Bust.
Yeah. Gilligan double 6.
Well, score.
22 darts is some sweet action, I'd say.
Nicely done.
All right. So Gilligan's taken the average advantage, 55.6 to Q's 53.8. And beautiful 22 darter there. We'll see if these players can keep that up. I mean, that was a solid leg for Q's too, aside from just some sloppy single shooting. And I'll be honest, those missed doubles were pretty far off. Those weren't particularly good looks, but
45.
But he had them nonetheless. So meanwhile, Hughes missed 4 doubles that turn to take him down to 20%, 2 for 10. And Mike now at 1 out of 9 on his doubles so far through these 3 legs. But certainly both players want to keep those numbers
41.
a lot higher than that. Well, Q's not finding quite as many tons as Gilligan here, but he does seem to be finding a whole bunch of 80-somethings. That's too bad. That third dart looked well thrown. I think it was on target and just got pushed off by one or both of those ones that were already sitting in the 20.
60.
Oops. Fat fingered the old 6 and 3 for Mr. Hughes there. With both these players so way outside of checkout range and well behind the point that they were at after 9 last leg.
60.
It seems like they're having a hard time putting together like 2 consistent legs of solid darts. Of course, we're only through 3.5, but still
41.
a little bit more ebb and flowy than I think I anticipated. So can you find a ton?
100.
Yeah, you can. That takes it to 6 through the match so far for Gilligan. A real unfortunate one to start for Hughes there.
22.
The turn just never got more fortunate. So we'll see if Gilligan can get himself inside checkout range. He's got a much easier path to do it than Hughes does. Only needs some more singles.
59.
He'll do it. Hughes has got to get a ton here. Put a little bit of pressure on. 60 is not going to be helpful.
41.
That would have been more helpful than 41. All right, so wouldn't put it past Gilligan to put in this 115 for a 24 darter. Ooh.
40.
Rough going for Hughes there. He was trying to put himself on 148 had he made that 20. But just gives him a chance to check out the 167, which is that much more impressive. So maybe that was the strategy all along.
43.
All right, so the 167 for Hughes, and it's off. 60 would be good.
60.
60 will play. 60 will make Mike think about it a little bit. Put a little bit of pressure on the 72, treble 16 for double 12, or treble 12 for double 18. Probably treble 12. All right, the 9 score leaves 65. Is he going to go bull or 15? Doesn't leave 65. I don't do math good. It was 63.
25, 38, 47.
47. So he had that bull shot. And missing to the 25. Good, really good look. I could have called that better if I'd counted down proper from the first start, but I didn't. So Hughes 88 now. After missing in. Oh, it's on. Double 14, the Mensur for the 107. Oh, just inside!
93.
What a bummer. Oh, what a good look. After Gilligan just misses that bullseye check out. 9 for double 8, you figure, for Mike here. Gets the single. A little outside. Walking in. Can he use that marker? Oh, he busts. Hughes, double 7 now. Surely he won't split it. He doesn't split it. He doesn't need to split it. Wow. What a fantastic last 4 darts for little Mr. DJ Mike Hughes there. Ooh, all right. So this is turning up a little bit.
41.
So I get a little bit resettled here as my broadcast partner had something else to attend to. All right, so legs of 26, 32, 22, and 28 darts so far. Both players at a just hovering right at the 53. Michael on a 53 even, Hughes at a 53.7 average. And that checkout certainly helped Hughes' double percentage.
52.
So he's gotten that back up to 25%, 3 for 12 now. Meanwhile, Gilligan's still having a rough go with the doubles at 1 for 12.
58.
So again, it's continued to be the scoring that's helped these players secure these averages that they have. But then it's just the doubles that have prevented these from staying kind of low 60s, super high 50s. And for Gillen in particular, the missed doubles on the tops are particularly uncharacteristic lately.
100.
I feel like for the past couple of weeks, he has just been a unapologetic double machine, just everywhere on the board. The matches I've played against him and seen him play have been just punishing. Matches where I'm not playing that well and shooting like a 56 average because
36.
I'm getting no chances to miss a double. I'm missing like one or two doubles through 7 legs. Then all I'm doing is getting scoring visits because he's just taking him out so quickly.
58.
So Hughes just really jumping out here on his throw, going to make it super duper tough for Mike to try to get this break, which he has got to do. Just really needs to do to have any hope of getting 2 points.
60.
And you figure if not, his back is just going to be against the wall, and Hughes is going to be looking in really good shape to take both these points here with a potentially hefty leg differential.
60.
So the Shanghai for Hughes when he comes back. Can Gilligan apply some pressure? He might.
Ugh.
Well, another 60 would put some pressure on.
85.
Not bad. Shanghai for Hughes. It's on. Don't bust it again. All right, it's on. Tops for the Shanghai. Oh, he was tight. Look at how low that dart was. Ooh, that is a dart that just was not allowed to get released from the hand. Oh, we know that feeling. So that single 8 on Mike's first start won't be helpful, but that treble 20 certainly will be.
76. 84.
84 indeed. Double 10 for Hughes for the guaranteed point. And he gets it in 1, just punishing. Just absolutely fantastic performance here from the right side of our board. Another 22 darter. The first one was from Gilligan, that one from Hughes. Again, both players just shooting good darts. Gilligan 55.2 average, Hughes 56.2. Just hardly anything between them in the scoring. Just all in the doubling.
$95.
So here's the thing, though. I mean, it's been such a dominant performance from Hughes. Even looking at this board, it's two Hughes, 1 Gilligan, 2 Hughes. But all Gilligan has to do here
60.
is hold, break, and hold, and they'll split the 2 points for the match with 1 each. So really, and I'm sure he's thinking about it that way too. He's certainly aware of having the darts right now, especially getting out to that big lead with the opening 95. So Gilligan's got to be thinking right now, dude, just hold your darts
41.
and 1 break, and then you've got it in the home stretch. So we'll see if that happens, and if Hughes continues to spray some of these starts away from that treble 20 bed, and for some of these away from the 20 bed entirely. Just gotta keep on applying pressure. Just keep these turns of 60 or better, and it'll keep it real hard for Hughes to stay in this one. And then, of course, the key will be just getting to that checkout and sticking it.
$85.
Hughes not interested in letting Gilligan get too much distance here. So keeping the throws real together.
$81.
Fantastic third dart. So that'll put Gilligan in a nice checkout range for next turn. He'll just need three single 20s
47.
to get himself there. And that helps pad this little cushion that Gilligan's created here. We'll see if he can continue driving and continue spreading it. 6 will be in checkout range, but a ton would be just a real blow to Hughes' efforts here. There it is. So Hughes realizing he needs to go down to 19. He's going to go back up to 20 now. Ooh, no, he didn't. I guess he was just fine with going, setting up the 170 with the 96. So Gilligan's got a shot, but he doesn't have to force himself to a bullseye finish. So at 104, he doesn't have to go 18s here.
56.
So puts himself into a nice range. 68 when he comes back. Hughes has got to put in. That certainly won't be helpful. I was going to say even a 60 won't really be that impactful.
26.
26, even less so. So Gilligan, all the time in the world. 68 for a 20 darter, or 21 if it comes to it. Double 4. Went inside, double 2. Oh, inside again. He'll be in the madhouse when he comes back. Oh, I'm sure he would have rather been outside on that 4 and that 2. After such a perfect first start, that's unfortunate to leave himself in the madhouse here. Especially with the doubles have been going. Now's the time turning around, though. One and done or up and in. Just don't go low inside on the first one. You know he's telling himself that. Good marker. He's got to use it.
No score.
That's too bad. It seemed like that dart was really inviting another one to come in and catch it and get knocked down. Oh, meanwhile, Hughes way off on his target. Way off on his target again.
31.
Not quite sure what the bull thinking was there. Another good marker for Gilligan. Can you do it? Stop the bleeding.
No score.
All right, well, Hughes could steal it again. He's stolen others. Won't do it this turn. 90 left. Wants treble 18.
38.
Madhouse still for Gilligan. It has given players plenty of trouble this week already. First one remained a decent marker.
No score.
He's consistently putting that first one in a real nice spot to get knocked off of. Found that one up, one in strategy. Just unable to connect. Meanwhile, Hughes, 32 scored, once tops. Oof, well inside.
33.
So another very, very tight dart at tops for Hughes, similar to that Shanghai attempt last leg. So Gilligan still looks at the madhouse.
No
Can't
score.
walk through it. Hughes gets the single 7 just by the hair of his chinny chin chin. And he nails in the double 16.
Oh, there it is.
You kept giving me the opportunity.
Well, I think that's generally what we expected that match. Kind of mid-50s averages, some solid power scoring from both players, but definitely did not predict the 4%, 1 for 25 checking out on the left side of the board. The clear difference in the match. Certainly the 31% from Hughes is highly respectable here. But if you look at all the numbers, I mean, pretty much just shot for shot until you get down to that bottom of the stats line there, and the checkouts just largely reflected in that score line. So let's go ahead and prepare for our third match between Dart Maestro and Silver Fox. So Dart Maestro getting a solid performance first week, but losing up against Mike Hughes, who we just saw, and the Silver Fox putting in that 5-0 victory against Electron John in his opening week. Not a strong performance there in that victory to put him on the top of the tables, but again, like we said before, the 2 points are the 2 points, and the 5 leg differential is +5, and he gets those no matter what. So let's see how it goes here for these players in week 2.
Green bits, second dart.
Okay. I'm up. Your start, Seth.
All right, so Seth gets the darts here
Shoot well.
as we start
gonna
this
make me
week
look
2
good.
match. Seth, I think, just asked me to make him look good. I can only do so much. I'm but a mere mortal.
$45.
All right, well, off to a good start by not entering the incorrect score and also selecting the second player as the
Great.
first thrower.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me too.
$26.
So, Shelby, would you care to comment on these players' first week performances?
Well, yeah. So I was just trying to remember if I watched Seth play. Did I? Was I?
I think that was that very
I
first one
did,
with
right?
John.
Yeah, it's the first one with
41.
John. But I don't think I've seen. I don't think that I had seen Russ played before.
Sorry, did I fuck that up? I did.
How much was it?
And Seth entering his score.
Oh,
So
he
he
put the
entered
score
his.
in, I get it.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
hit an enter button.
Okay. So sorry, I was trying to remember which ones I had watched. But yeah,
15.
so looking at this, it looks like Seth won his match a sweep. So he won all 5 legs, right? Am I
Right.
reinterpreting that
Yep,
correctly?
exactly right. The 5 leg differential
yeah.
there.
Compared to Russ, who lost
45.
by 2 legs. Is that right? But
Right.
but his average is 49.8 compared to Seth, which is 41.5. So
100.
And Russ there with that 100. But both players even in the scoring
Yeah.
category, so both with 3 ton pluses their first match,
Yep.
and that was it for the high scores.
yep. So should be a pretty good game.
Ooh, meanwhile, I got a near high double here again. That's going to be the signature City League move, is players on 4 300s and shooting a dart at double 20 or double 5.
They're just practicing for the outs.
I guess so. Oh, come on, is it on?
Oh,
Oh, dang. Great sweat
luck.
from Russ. Had that whole left side of the treble bed open. Whole bunch of ton 80 sweats so far, and a real impressive amount have been converted. I think we've had 3 so far. Maybe 4.
98.
Wow.
we had one last night, right? I
Yep.
think. Don't tell me. I'm gonna get the toaster.
Mhm.
80.
Or for those of you watching, about 20 minutes ago. 17 minutes ago.
Yep.
Well, with interviews, maybe 30 minutes ago.
47.
Ooh, great first start from Seth right in the middle of that treble 20 bed.
90.
Oh no. Double 5 on the third. So he'll need a treble or all 3 darts to get into a checkout, Seth.
64.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Who's on the darts? Who has the darts?
Seth has the darts, he won the ball.
Okay.
So that 15 leaves 60 tops now for Seth for the first leg. Ooh, awfully tight dart.
55.
I mean, that dart was closer to the treble than the double. saw a bunch of that last night, too. We've seen a lot of very tight darts at tops, especially early in legs, darts that are thrown more than halfway down between the double and the treble. Double 4 now for Russ for the 26 for the first leg. Oh, and he busts it. He did that double 13 the first dart. Seth now double 10. Can work it in. Yeah, fantastic. Good leg. Great leg for both those players. Outrageous scoring from Russ. 59.4 average from him. 57.8 from Seth. Scores of, he won. Russ went on that tear of ton 25, 98 consecutive throws, but Seth there just steady 40s to 90s on the way down, and then didn't miss too many doubles, and that'll be a very tidy leg. That'll do you well. I think that's a treble 18 that first start for Russ. I think he was probably going for the 20s. I think it's a 92 score. Yep, 72 on the 18s and 20 on the 20s. Ooh, I think that's in the treble. I can't tell with the shadow. It is. So Russ not going to be able to get in the checkout range that turn after that first start was in the 20. Now neither will Seth.
26.
Oops. Got ahead of myself. Second time in a row I thought that, actually that looked like the exact same dart in the 5 as the last throw. I thought that was a treble 5 as well. So Russ doing well to keep a good bit of distance here on his throw. Setting himself up for a nice comfortable hold.
57.
Ooh, the way that third dart kind of clicked in, I thought that might have deflected into the treble 19, but it looks instead like it got clicked just a little bit low of it.
30.
Alright, so Russ trying to get in checkout range here. Shouldn't be too hard.
28.
I think that'll be a 158, so he will be, yep, that is a checkout. Awfully close to set himself up with a 162.
That looked like that was in the triple.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Well,
What do you know? Another double 5. Hey. Oof.
41.
I was just thinking if we were still in college and we were watching this, that would be the game. Is whenever someone hits
A double
a double,
is what shots.
inadvertently.
No, you would be drunk with him.
I think I heard Russ say 40 there. Yeah, okay, good. It was a single 20, treble 5, single 5. Woo!
67.
Great third dart there from Seth. Just reminding Russ that he is still in this leg and he will not go silently into that good night. So I think that leaves 91 for Russ. Treble 17 leaves tops if that is a treble 5. Even if it was a single 5, he'd still be going treble 17 for bullseye.
alrighty. That's a mess. 27, 17, and 15.
Oh, it's a 17, 54, 69, 45, or 59.
59.
Yeah, let me just write you
27,
27, 17,
17, 15.
Yeah. 44 and
59?
15. Yep.
You can still use
Sorry.
the assist button, but don't click it. Just don't hit submit.
Yeah.
All right, I got it there. That was my fault. I was like, I had it entered, but then it was waiting for me to enter a missed double count, which I wasn't anticipating. So a combination of some math flustering and not seeing what numbers were in there, and
40.
then just some inattentiveness.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, Madhouse now wanted to set up 32 with a single 15, and he'll bust. Seth now 86, treble 18 for double 16. 82, probably just going to go treble 14 for tops. Or will he go? Yep, so that's what he wanted. So 32.
19 and 13.
32 score there for Seth. So Russ, let's see if he can do it again. Single 15, hopefully.
I can't tell either. I think I'm gonna say
With the-
no, but
Okay, so there it is, double 8 now after 31 scored.
31.
so it was a double.
It
Okay,
was the
well,
double
I
15.
lost
Left him
that
on
one.
17. Single 1 set up 16. Seth hits the 14. Wants tops. Double 20. A little bit high. He's got to work it down. That's no marker at all. You stayed well
14.
high of it. So we'll see if he gets a chance back. Double 8 for Russ. For the hold. Well inside. Opposite side of the board. Be hard to tell. I think it's a bust. Yep. Into that double 18 on that third, just on the wrong side of the wire. Tops again now for Seth. Let's see if he can give himself a marker. That's not a marker. Oh no, when he misses the big number, he was going for single 7 to leave double 16. 17 score leaves him on 23. See what he decides to do.
Oh, bust.
Yep, and that double 19 is going to put him over the edge. Double 8 still for Russ. Inside, double 4. An awkward switch.
8.
Can't do it, just splits it. Tops again for Seth. Can you keep it straight? Can you work it down? There it is.
Nice shot.
All right, a not so tidy 38 dart leg for Seth, but he'll take it nonetheless. They don't put averages on trophies.
So you said that was an awkward switch to go from the 8 to the 4, which is like I guess I hadn't really thought about. So is there like do like pros practice like those kinds of things,
85.
or I guess they don't even pros don't need to practice that because they're gonna get the they're gonna get the.
They totally
The
practice
first
that. They practice those transitions. Absolutely. Yep.
40.
Yeah.
What games? What are like some practice games that pros play? Well, they just go for like they just play for triple 20 a bunch of times, like 100 times, and then like
I don't know. I'm sure it varies from pro to pro and kind of what they're practicing for, why they're practicing, when they're practicing. I've heard of a couple. So Big H, Harry Ward, for example, 2019 Pro Tour event winner on a Players Championship. One of the things that he likes to do is
43.
time himself to hitting 100 double 16s, and he's literally racing. So he's actually trying to rush through it, and I think kind of keep himself out of his head. Just
Just go
kind of
for
boom, boom,
it.
boom, right? So he's literally running a stopwatch,
78.
and just trying to beat time records with that. But obviously that's just a double 16 practice game. But he can set up his game to,
41.
I think to set up, given the opportunities, we'll set up 32 over 40, and
Yeah.
maybe he has an extra boost on that. Matthew Edgar, the primetime player, I believe
17.
that he does this on tour. I first heard about tic-tac-toe from
Oh,
him,
yeah.
I think. And I think that's a practice game that he'll do with like pros when they're waiting for on practice boards
14.
on floor events, or even on stage events. I think that'll be a warm-up that they do.
Okay.
They'll just kind of pick some numbers at random. I don't know how they do it, but so they'll play that.
85.
Oops. My bad. Let's see, what else have I heard pros doing? Maybe some 170, I'm not sure.
60.
You know, really just but for Edgar's kind of behind the scenes interview stuff, I haven't really been, you know, I haven't sought it out too much, but also it hasn't really kind of been put in front of my face, this behind the scenes feature.
They do the trainer, like the thing that you...
The JDC?
Yeah.
I do not think so.
No.
60.
They don't try to get Shanghais.
I think that, so the practice games that those folks are going to do are going to be not like just stuff you can carry in your head.
Yeah.
Numbers
Yeah,
and tracking and
yeah,
scoring that you
they're
can
not
just
gonna-
carry in your head or really quickly on like a scoreboard. Right, so in the case tic-tac-toe, just picking nine squares and just chalking them out.
41.
So Russ here
Yeah.
in a good position to get a break, which he super duper needs on 61. We'll see if he goes 15, 7s, or 25.
Oh.
I couldn't even tell you. Couldn't tell you. So 28 scored leaves 33. 1 for double 16 if he can get the math there. He does get the math there. 15 scored, 32 left.
Oh.
Ooh, this will be a 22.
36.
Whoops. Yep. I don't know why I'm putting that in there
36.
for. Yes.
Way to go.
I don't know what his first starts at 28 and I'm getting to 22 here. Like, fantastic. Good job.
Math is hard. That's why I'm here to help you.
44.
Oh, math is hard. 25 for Russell. So the way you get 25 is triple 9, double 18, and a quadruple 3. So doing a real match of that one. 3 darts just to set up the single big number. Maybe some nerviness going on there. Seth has 52 left. 12 for tops or 20 for double 16. 20 for double 16. Oh, a little bit inside.
56.
Good effort. Leaves him on the same as Russ, double 8. On the board, or on the Sizal at least. Is that it? Oh, a little bit above. I wasn't sure with that angle, with how far stretched out on our vantage point that double 4 is. I wasn't sure if that poked in. Ooh, Seth almost bust on that first one. Single 8 leaves double 4, which we can see much better on his side. This is one of those situations where you're really glad you trust everyone you're playing with, because Russ could put darts a whole lot of places around that double 4 right now, and we would be none the wiser. All right, looking for that double 4 still. Both these players just following each other down. Split, splitty, split.
Yeah, no.
I think it's just outside
No.
13, and then inside the single 18.
Just on the corner.
Well, it was on a corner.
Yeah.
A lot of corners. Lots of corners on a dartboard.
Nothing.
No corners in that big old 0 we just scored. Hey! Geometry
No.
jokes.
First
No.
start.
There we go. Finally.
Nice.
Mercy. All right.
Thank
Well, I don't know. So much for that first leg, kind of setting off a firecracker start here. 26 starts, and then 38 and 37. Come on, y'all. Turn it around. Let's go.
66.
66 the hard way. One of the hard ways. Lots of hard 66 ways.
One 15. 56.
Math for me tonight is just not good. And it's like weird mistakes too. It's not like I'm miscarrying, a 7 to a 6 or
26.
something. Like, I'm just really I don't know.
Do you need me to help?
Oh, Lord, please no.
60.
We'll never get through this. Well, quite a low-scoring game so far. After 3 legs, just 2...
140.
Well, right on cue. As I was saying, just 2 tons for Russ and none for Seth. Meanwhile, Russ pounding in a
60.
very confident-looking ton 40. Would have liked him to go 19's first start there.
32. $30.
Yeah, I thought that dart missed the 19 into the 3 there on that third one. Unfortunate. Ooh, great third
83.
to get Russ in a checkout range. He needed it to give himself a chance to finish out this next turn.
60.
Well grouped. I mean, if Seth can keep on throwing like that, he'll keep on putting the pressure on Russ.
58.
And here, this would just be a hold for Russ just to complete the break that he got last leg against Seth's dart. So that would just have us right back on throw. But then again, Seth would remain with the advantage after having won the bull to start. But it's got to start here. This leg, Russ rather, 96. 91 wants triple 17 for tops. Or he wanted treble 19 for double 17?
29.
So the math I do when I'm going checkout range is just evens versus odds.
Mm-hmm. And,
So-
and perhaps
and
that's what Russ is
right,
employing there
like
too.
it's not a 20, it's a 19, and you're just going for the. But that is my strategy. I mean, I do not have any checkouts memorized.
Oh, and a big miss there. 65. He's got to go. Oh, wow. He got greedy. Could have gone 15 and give himself a bullseye shot. Instead, wanted the 25 to set up tops, to set up the big double.
27.
Got punished for it real bad. Well, it's not on. It's off after the first start for Seth, as he cannot take out the 105.
30.
All right, let's make it an interesting game here.
Tops for Russ. Oh,
All
wow.
right.
First start.
There it is.
Fantastic. All right. Back to even.
Yep.
Nice. Thank you. Shoot well.
Playing a best of 4 essentially here. So again, in this best of 8 format, players can draw it for 4, or the first player that reaches 5 will win the match. And we have not had a draw yet.
58.
Had a 5-3, a 5-2, and a couple of 5-0s, and forget the rest.
$26.
So still no ton pluses on the board for Seth yet.
41.
Wow, and by the by the way those darts were looking in Russell's board, he could have told me ton 21, I would have put it in. Would be an unfortunate 3.
38 and 16. 54.
Misreading darts left and right, miscounting numbers left and right. Jeez. Am I getting my rights and lefts mixed up?
I know I am.
20.
Took me a second to do the math. I was like, wait, 20? Really? Yep, no. 5, 3, and 12. You know, initially I was trying to anticipate, trying to read the board and kind of type in the score before the players were throwing it, and that was Oh, it's just getting me into trouble. It's just getting that all goofed up. Whoa.
135.
Yeah, it's on 35.
Nice.
Indeed. All right, there we go.
Nice.
A little pat on the back from Seth. Nice little acknowledgement. Game respects game.
41.
Yeah, that's what's great about all these players. They're just in it to play. They just want to have fun. No one's trying to prove anything. They love the game. They're happy to be here.
Yeah, you're playing it yourself, right? Like a lot of times. That's how you see it, right? Even if you win and you didn't shoot like as well as your normal average, you don't feel like you've played well, or vice versa.
Yeah, it doesn't
when
feel like
you
an
win, when you
accomplishment.
lose and you shot really well, you feel good about it.
22.
Yep. That's what's just so awesome about the game.
Seven.
Oh, wow. I thought that was going to be a 26. Still outside of range for us. Meanwhile, Seth needs like a ton of 5, practically speaking here. Treble 20 and then target the 25 or the bull.
81.
81 will help. But Russ is basically taking the darts away here. A little bit ahead of Seth with 3 in hand.
26.
And that's not a way to put a stamp on that. Can Seth apply some pressure?
61.
I need like an animation or something. I'll start putting those in post. When there's like the high double with high scores
We
left.
need the, don't I, what?
26.
We're supposed to get the sound effects button.
We need like a soundboard or something. Yeah. It would be better to do it live, but we might have to settle for something in post. Oh, we don't have the puppy cam tonight, unfortunately.
That's like the most important part of this whole thing.
All right, so 122 for Russ. Got to start on the 18s here. Whether he will or not is anyone's guess. He doesn't. He gets lucky with it. 62 left. Triple 12 is what he wants. Again, will he go for it? All right, leaves the bullseye for a 1-2-2. Oh! Great darts. Little bit outside.
59.
Fantastic turn for Russ. We'll see if Seth can take advantage of this opportunity he's been given. Little miss. Wanted to set up double 8. So there's 52 left. Probably 20 for double 16. It's on. Oh,
Ooh.
great look.
16, 18, and 20.
Really good effort. Russ for the 33 wants 1 for double 16. First steps first. Find the big number.
Oh.
So he's going 17 for 16. Why? I have no idea. Anyway, leaves double 12. Oh, and he gets it. Maybe, you know what? I'm sorry.
He
I'm
meant
sorry.
to do that.
I know.
He was going for triple 3.
I know. I'm an idiot. I should have seen it. It was clear. It was clear as day. And that's boys and girls. That's how you check out 33.
If you're fancy.
Any
You're trying to
touring
show
pro
off.
will tell you. I'm sure it's been written tons of tutorials in places. Triple 3, double 12.
83.
All right, so both players off to a much better scoring start. They haven't been scoring like this in the Open since, well, I would say the first leg, but even the first leg actually started with a couple of real wobbly darts, but then by the third or fourth turns really turned around.
Oh.
20 on the floor. Closer to a 40 than a 60 again. And meanwhile, these last 2 legs definitely turned around with the scoring. Russ winning in 25 and 29 darts. So, more big scores. That brings Russ's average up to a cool even 50. Seth sitting not far behind it at 46.4.
41.
Pretty lackluster finishing for both these players. Russ at 3 for 21, 14%. Seth at 2 for 18 and 11%.
28.
So a lot of room for improvement there.
Oh, 11.
60.
Weird ebbs and flows on the left side of our board this leg. Russ with scores of 81, 26, ton 40, 28, 60.
45.
Little roller coaster here, and then set himself up the bogey with the 60. Though not so sinful with his opponent so far behind. Not nearly as much pressure to leave yourself a check out. Oh, is it on? It's on. Is it? Ah!
Oh,
140.
Little
All right,
tight
well, hey,
again. You
you
see
got
that dart
over-
missing low.
he got over 100.
Yeah. There's the first one for Seth. Good on him with gusto.
Yep.
15.
All right, let's see him convert this 1-4-1. How beautiful would that be? Nice little treble 20, treble 19, double 12. We can act like it'd be the 9. Well, Shelby, you had to say something, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
Again, the classic big score follow-up. We might as well consider that ton 40 a ton 80 and say, yep, classic 6. Meanwhile, Russ having a hard time here, even just finding the big number. Ooh, gets lucky with that treble.
78.
Solid third dart there. And he will come back as Seth's first start does a little bouncing beam routine or some gymnastic trampoline, if that's a thing. It's not a thing, is it?
Shaft. Bear with me.
As Seth goes and performs some surgery on a busted shaft. So 13 sets up the double 16 for Russ. And again, that 7 leads 25, and he misses the single 9!
I wasn't paying attention, and I thought I saw the double, and I was like, "Oh yay!"
Yep.
I wasn't doing the math.
I'm doing some minor dart repairs here.
All the room in the world.
No problem. Okay.
Only take a second.
Time perhaps operating slightly differently at Seth's house. Oh no, there he goes. We're still waiting because that dart's still on the board. So maybe the second working slightly different. Maybe I bet what it is. Maybe he lives near McConaughey,
Hey.
and this little move, I think, could cost us like 2 years.
You're doing Interstellar.
That's okay. Just go back to your text. It's all right.
My plant app.
Your plants. Okay, go back to your plants. Even better.
All right, back in business.
I'm trying to bring up some local Austin darts stuff. Trying to talk about the number 3 darts fan in Austin. But
The
sorry.
number 3 fan.
Yeah.
Who were 1 and 2?
22.
We know who number 1 is.
You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think number 2 is?
Gilligan.
Nah, Scott Harrison.
Oh, okay.
And I'll give McConaughey number 3,
Okay.
which is I mean
3.
he still needs to earn it. It's a bit of like a celebrity kind of position there at the moment. A couple tweets about the Iceman here and there. Do not a Supreme Darts fan make, but
He does have the most darts.
4, 5, 6, 15.
so sorry, Shelby. What did you say? I was
And he
trying to
does
listen to
have
the
the most darts, Scott Harrison.
yes.
He definitely has.
Well, we don't know exactly how many darts everyone has in Austin.
Well, you don't
Just-
actually know all the fans of who's the fans of
Or
darts
out.
in Austin either.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I know
Nice
enough.
match.
Ooh, Russ thinking it's done. It's not. Saying nice match. Oh no, homie.
Do you need to tell him? Wait. He'll figure it out.
Or I just misheard. It's possible.
I thought he said that too.
45.
Maybe he means leg.
Yeah, maybe. What? Oh, 66? Because it definitely wasn't 26, right? Yeah, okay.
Wait, what was
Oh,
it?
nice.
97.
66.
66, yeah. I thought we had
yeah,
the way the
okay,
end,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, I didn't hear what you said like fully correctly, but I really didn't think what I heard. I heard the 6, and it
26.
there. And now that I could tell was 26.
26 Matt's way.
26.
Yeah, Shelby found that 26 Matt's way before we knew anything about darts and even really knew what the BDC was. Like literally, we didn't know like what the. I mean, maybe we knew what the BDC was, right? Like, but just barely.
85.
But again, possibly not even.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I believe it. So we had our first board in our apartment, and
43.
I would always hit single
26.
5, single 20, single 1, and it would become known as 26 Matt's way, as if that's like that's unique to me. Hey,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then
Does
everyone
anyone ever?
tagged on and changed it to breakfast and everything else. Like,
yeah, right. But we started.
We started it. Is the breakfast thing an actual term, or is it just? It's like
It is,
A photo
yeah,
term?
it's not just-
That's not just a photo term.
68.
Yeah, it is not just from the Don't Forget to Save and Exit Your Match Start League. That is a well-known historical term in British darts.
45.
There's another one. What's another one that I've heard you say?
Oh, well, anything
No.
anything other than that is probably going to be uniquely photal.
Maybe.
25.
Or I mean, not necessarily uniquely photal, like, not outrageously novel, though a bunch of it is. But,
Okay.
what we would know from the photocast. So, Yo 11, Roadhouse
Oh.
22.
Okay.
83. 82. 83. 83.
But then Austin has its own. So the
Alright.
2-2, there's a 2-2 in Austin darts, which would be like akin to the Yo 11.
What's the Yo 11?
When you score 11, you say Yo 11,
Oh.
and then you play 11 the roulette table.
43.
11 being 2 5s and a 1.
11 being any way that you get to 11.
What's okay? Well, I don't know what the context is for Yo 11. Is there something that?
It's not a
A
particular.
reference
It doesn't refer to like a
something?
specific combination of.
No,
of
but
like-
is Yo? What's the Yo? Is it a reference to something
Uh,
else?
so, two things. We're getting to like, kind of,
Deep.
esoteric. Yeah,
Deep
like
into the
deep
photo
photo and other
lore.
stuff.
I don't know what that is.
32, 37. He doesn't know what it is, but he set up what he wanted to set up. So good on him. I actually really do like empathize with that position.
Well, yeah, because you're counting down to
Exactly.
What you, yeah,
Oh, and it's
God.
on for Russ. Double 14 now for the 88 after that beautiful first start. Left side, good marker. Maybe can he work it in? He cannot.
All right, so if Seth gets it, then the game continues. But if Russ wins this, then it's done.
That's right.
Okay.
Double 20 to stay alive.
All
Oh,
right, all right,
awesome!
stay alive.
So we are going to a last leg decider to decide if these players will split the 2 points with one each
Ooh.
for the week, or if Russ is going to get all two of them like a greedy little piggy. We will see. See how he starts off. Straight and true.
60.
Solid opening.
Russ is throwing really close to what his average was last time too, 49.6
41.
versus 49.8. Seth is throwing
Yep.
above, like 6 points above his.
Yeah, well above. Both players right at 15% checkouts.
81.
So yeah, mathematically hardly anything between them, and that is
And
reflected
that
in the
is-
scoreline,
yeah,
right?
Yep.
26.
Russ has just had slightly better timing to have taken the darts away from Seth and kind of re-earned the throw.
22. Yeah.
think Russ just did a 2-2. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is that?
I'm gonna hold on.
Maybe some more surgery on the right side of the board, perhaps.
Minor dark problem. All right, back.
Pretty sure that's 80. What? What? I didn't hear. Oh, yep.
81.
So I was talking over Seth as he called out his score initially, and I was hoping he would repeat it. And then I just had to guess at the 41, even though I thought it was the 81, but I thought the intonation that I heard was more of a than a.
36.
So by far my worst performance of the season. So
Yeah.
that's for sure.
81.
Yeah, maybe Seth, hold up a sign in front next time and just literally write it out, spell it out for me. But don't put it in yourself.
68.
Real streaky. Real streaky, this leg.
45.
Real streaky, this match. Legs in 26, 38, 37, 25, 29, 31, and 25 darts.
60.
These players continue to inch closer and closer to each other's averages. At 26 is going to leave Russ outside of a checkout range.
Oh.
And that 60 will put Seth right smack dab in it. You know he wants it. Forget the 10. He'll set up the 10. Ah!
Nice.
Whatever. He wanted to come back for double 5.
Yeah.
He's cool with it. He's not trying to switch to triple 18. Wow, Seth for a fantastic comeback for the draw here. Wants 50. 1 in 10 for tops. 44. We'll see if he goes 12 or 4. He's committed to tops. I think he just committed a 13. Oh, he didn't.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
30.
I thought so too.
Yeah, right? Russ, big Shanghai this would be. For a whole lot of things, it's on. Single 20.
Yeah.
Tops!
Oh!
Oh, no! Man!
Yeah, that would have been good.
Holy moly! Seth, double 10. Decent marker. Still has room below it, too. Still has room in that bed.
Oh!
Refuses to walk through the door. Oh,
Okay,
Russ.
Can he finish it out?
Tops, 1 up, 1 in. 1 up. 1 in.
Yep.
40.
Wow!
Alright, that was good.
That was
Awesome
exciting.
game, Seth.
That was so glad it went to the last leg decider. Would have been happy for that to have split 4-4 or go 5-3 either way. We just wanted to see some more darts from these two. Much more evenly matched, I think, than we've seen from a lot of the matches so far here. Just some made doubles, some missed doubles, some high scoring, some lower scoring. But overall, just a really, really fun performance. Really fun to watch both these players. Seth, maybe a little bit unfortunate not to get a point out of that one. And Russell certainly earning the 2 for that match there and the +2 leg differential. Let's take a look at our final matchup of the week. We've got Week 1's top performer, Wood 13 Darren Ross, who threw that near 60 match against Toaster, who threw average of 53 or 54 himself. Hence just that +3 instead of a +5 leg differential, which I think we would have probably seen against just about any other player from that first week, with the possible exception of DJ Mike Hughes. And Electron John here on the right, who had that tough go of it against Seth. Really tough time with the checkouts in particular, as we see 0% there. A couple tons for his effort, and certainly looking to improve upon all those stats here in Week 2. Let's get it going.
outside, both of them.
Red bit, first dart. Shoot well.
All right, so
All right, shoot well.
Darren taking the darts with emphasis here as we get into both these players' second matches here. So you figure John's goal has got to just be getting a double out, getting a check out here, right?
Oh, given the difference in their averages.
85.
Given the fact that he was 0 for everything
Yeah.
in his first round match, one of the two players, I think he and Jimmy D, James Gilligan, are at 0% for the checkouts.
42.
So you figure John knows he's going to get chances. He's going to get looks at a double here.
Yep.
Unless Darren just goes lights out, which he kind of did. He kind of did first match against the Toaster.
For 26.
But and he certainly could produce that again. But I still feel like Porterfield,
one.
John,
Yeah.
Electron John here is totally going to get some darts at doubles here. So
Yeah.
wants to make one of those.
I like his
13.
darts. Those are really cool darts.
The flights, you mean?
Yeah. Well,
Those
and
look
the
like-
darts too. I mean, I think the whole look of them.
Yeah.
Look.
It's hard for me to kind of make out the dart, really.
Well, the blue shaft or whatever.
Yeah. Barrel or what? Yeah,
Where is
or the
it?
flight, or the
No, the middle
the
part.
shaft.
It is the shaft,
oh,
right?
yeah,
The
the
middle
shaft
part.
there. Yeah.
35.
That might be aluminum shafts there. And here we have another just 2 dart visit there. Dart off the board.
10.
Oh, not the 60 that I was
And
putting
who
in.
did John play last week?
John played Seth in the opening match.
Right.
29.
And Seth.
So
Right.
John threw a 39.12 average in that match, which is a stark contrast to
41.
Darren's opening fantastic display, 58.77 he threw against the Toaster. And it was really a close match. It wasn't even a blowout. Darren won 5-2.
42. Wait. 45.
So Darren won at 5-2. So he has a plus 3 leg differential right now in the league. But it was really great darts through and through. In that match, Darren threw 2 ton 80s. Super
Nice.
impressive.
140.
As we say that, he goes ahead and throws 2 in the treble 20 there. So I might expect to see a good bit more scoring from Darren here. He had 6 tons to back up those 2 maximums in that
63.
first match. So Darren quickly had a checkout opportunity here with 79. We'll see if he goes treble 13 or treble 19 first start. We'll see if he goes first start.
Oh, yeah.
No idea. Because 45 would have left 34, not 24. I can't tell if I think that's a treble 10, so 30 left 49. So he's on double 16 right now for the opening leg. Oh, a little bit outside.
47.
47 with that one miss at double 16. We'll see if John can put a little bit of pressure on here. Doesn't look like it.
33.
So Darren back again for double 16. And unable to convert the double 8 after the initial miss inside on double 16. Looks like again John's not going to apply too much pressure here.
41.
And like you were saying last week, Shelby, that lack of pressure could very well be causing some misses or putting some pressure off and kind of leading to some potential 25 darters that turn
Got
into
it, second
40s.
dart.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, how many darts was that? Oh, that was good. 26. That's
Mhm.
good.
All right, shoot well.
Yes, sir, you too.
Though 1 for 6 with the doubles there, that's something that Darren's going to want to clean up for sure.
24.
Another 2 dart visit here. So good.
38.
What? Oh, wow. I thought that was a triple 20. I mean, not a...
Just the surrounding ones.
66.
Really good quick math there from John. So he's going back to the top of the board. He's missing off the board. He's missing low after he's throwing low.
45.
I wonder if he's saying, listen, I need just maybe I need to throw a pot. Even if I like 19s, I'm just missing darts low off the board. Maybe it's a little bit tight, throwing tight. If you're going to miss low on the 20, at least you're still going to put yourself into the board, right, in scoring segments. Maybe forcing himself to kind of build up some confidence on the 60, which is awesome. Meanwhile, Darren putting in another solid series of darts there.
Gonna have to blur that one out. The
83.
Fantastic third dart there from John to find that triple 19. So on his darts now, John is putting the pressure on Darren.
He is.
That pressure's going to stay on with just that 30.
Yeah, this is good. Oh, I
29.
thought that might have been in the triple, but no.
A little bit high. Hey, early double.
Yep. Take a shot.
120.
Shanghai. On the 20s. That's gotta be the trouble with that second one. 95. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so John in checkout range first, keeping the pressure on Darren.
42.
It was 43, but that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, wait, hold on.
That's why we have a booth. It's like there were enough times in the first week where I said, you know what, maybe I should keep on doing this. Maybe it does make sense, even if it's a little bit awkward, even if they have to wait some times. I think it's good to have a little bit of a second check here with some of this math. So it's could be very much on for John here.
Yeah, this is good.
30 or 54
Oh,
for start.
no.
Yikes, looks like he wanted treble 18s there. And I don't like that decision now with just 2 darts in hand. I really think you have to go triple 20 because the miss on the single leaves you with a potential bullseye shot on your third. Meanwhile, we have the Darren cat in the back.
Cat.
40.
Artemis. Dinner time.
14.
So I had to undo Darren's last throw there because I misentered a missed double count. So meanwhile, I was waiting for double 10. Oh, a little bit inside. Oh, that's too bad. So meanwhile, John looking for the Mensor. Double 14. The cat is emphatic. Ooh, I think it's the Madhouse now. Ah, not gonna work. So Darren now the awkward double 10. I know the double or the double 5 rather for the 10. I know that gave some players some difficulty the first week. I can't remember exactly whom. Can you work it in? Oh, he can. Absolutely
nice.
he can. There he goes.
Thank you.
Finds that double. Porterfield on the doubles board. And quite frankly, doing a lot better than Darren so far this match with the doubling 1 for 4, unless I've been miscounting, which is entirely possible. Meanwhile, Darren slipped down to 1 for 12 on the doubles with the misses that leg.
12.
Hey, speaking of 12.
60.
Yeah, it looked like that grouping was getting tight, and then that third flyer just went super high.
26.
And how about that board on the left, though? My goodness, what a change in quality from what we were struggling with last time with the extended router outside
60.
and new board placement outdoors that wasn't getting good Wi-Fi signal, and it was barely coming in at like 360 resolution.
What did he do differently now? Let's see.
47.
Physically moved it
Where is
closer.
he?
So it was inside now, so it was playing outside week one.
Okay.
It was inside, and then presumably like physically just much closer
45.
to the wireless router. So solid turns to open up here for Darren. Ton 60, 60, 45.
13.
That's a pressure-inducing first 12 at our level.
26.
22.
Trying to get in a checkout range here, Darren. Throwing a 54.2 average so far in the match. Porterfield at 39.
15.
Ooh, two good ones to start.
45.
I can't remember. So I don't think John was playing with those design of flights last time. Was he playing with the narrow, the thins?
See, so 36, 96.
Okay, he did that one right. I had to run through it like, yep, okay, 555, 777, yep, okay, third six, yep.
10.
So I'm not sure he was playing with that same shape of flight though, with the long,
Okay,
the
I don't-
fins.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I would have remembered because
39.
I really like them, but maybe I wasn't paying attention. I like Darren's too. I like the pink and the purple.
Yeah, 53.
Sometimes they are clear enough where I can beat the
Yeah.
players to the punch, and I'm confident enough. Though I have learned my lesson from the first 6 matches or so.
30 scored.
So that was a double 5 with that second
I
dart
thought
for
it was
Darren that set up the
high.
double
I didn't
15.
think- I was wondering what he was doing.
And see, I wish
14.
I felt like he was working out what John was saying up top, right? We're seeing more misses down
Yeah.
off the board and always low. I feel like he's never missing the
You're
treble
missing,
19
yeah,
and the bullseye.
you're right.
14.
So, whoops, I don't know what the hell I just put in there. I'm just baffled at what was just thrown. He wanted to split it.
43.
I don't know. Anyway, double 8. He was what he wants,
Got it.
and he sneaks it in there
Nice.
after I don't know. I'm
You're going
losing the plot a little bit here.
2-0.
Okay, they're on throw, right?
Yeah, and this is the third leg, and I did kind of predict that veer.
Oh, and you need it now?
I mean,
95.
not now. That was 95, right? It sounded like 35, but I was talking through it. It was absolutely 95.
45.
So throat clearing 45 on the left.
43.
41.
So John hovering right around his average from last match, 39.12 last match, 39.9 so far here. Darren playing about 10 points below
45.
his first round performance. Currently 2 of 18 for his checkouts.
60.
34.
I wonder, I can't remember if Darren was asking me about lighting recently. A lot of people have been, a lot of people always are. I'm wondering,
62.
because I'm looking at some of the light color, like the light temperature on his board, looking at the color of the segments and stuff. I think he's using some of the PDC used LED
32.
1600 lumen, 6000 Kelvin lamps that we've been spreading around Austin, and in the FO Dart League as
60.
well.
Is that what we have too?
And that's what we have as well. And that's what we've set up at our home bar, and what a bunch of other players have been setting up.
It looks crisp. It looks nice and
55.
bright.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if there's like a lighting change also that you wanted to like put those lights inside and stuff, and if maybe that's also contributing to the board move.
81.
Or it could just be straight up different lighting or just regular lighting
Just
inside.
in a
And
regular
none of
room.
this has anything to do with anything, and I'm just
Yes.
like making stuff up.
Oh,
Looks like a 46.
49, 6.
Yeah. 4 3s and 2 17s with 3 darts in a game of 501. You figure it out.
45.
Yeah, that's part of the thing about, I think, amateur darts and amateur chalking in particular. You know, I think some of us get a bad rap
29.
for some of the chalking slowness when, you know, honestly, let's be honest, Kirk Bevins has got a much easier job than we do here. His range of numbers and combinations he needs to remember and be able to
right.
recall. That's like 5%
Right.
of the
Is
shit
it
we need to
100? Is
fucking
it 140?
be on
Is
top
it
of.
180?
79.
Ooh, so that was a potential 107 for Darren there, missing just outside on the Mensur.
Also, he's right there, right? He's staring right at the board. That's the other. It's a hard time to see what they've hit.
38. 36.
Got it.
And the
First
Mensur
dart.
on the first
Wow.
one.
Nice game.
So Darren,
Yeah.
steaming it up a little bit.
Oh,
So
yeah.
popping it back up to a
I
52.5.
know, shoot up.
Checkouts to 16,
Shoot up.
16, 28. Reminding John that it's his go. I think we know that. I think the scoreboard says it. It's pretty clear. I think I did a good job designing that part of the interface.
28.
It's funny to hear the like subconscious cadence of some of these players, just like these unintentional
16.
like good job, right? You always hear, you know, good job on the double out. I never say that shit. Are you kidding me?
You don't? Yeah.
Good
you're an
job.
asshole.
No, like I want another visit. Like get bent.
45.
I'm still trying to be real particular about word choice here. I really just haven't decided
Oh, okay.
kind
So
of
that's
what
the A word.
what rating level F. Oh no, it's just F's that I'm like, you know, it's just like
okay.
what kind of rating level I want to go for here, what level
68.
of accessibility I'm trying to strive for. Really, how concerned I am if I'm running junior darts that like some kids are going
Oh.
to stumble across this and be like, "Oh, laser
You're
cat,
a
there's
poopy face.
there's a potty mouth." And, you know,
That's what I'll call you then.
is that what the kids say these days?
Poopy face?
They'll
Yeah.
probably teach me all the bad
Yeah.
words. I don't know anything.
Yeet. Yeet is a pretty cool word.
39.
We'll yeet our way as we stand the mems. Get off my lawn and get me a beer, please.
85.
Okay. Oh, I get up.
Like, I don't mean get off my lawn, but just get off my lawn. A fantastic first start from John there.
66.
Unfortunate to not follow it up with one or two more. But still staying neck and neck here in this leg. I mean, this would be great to just stay with Darren
Ooh,
and
45.
even get a potential chance for a break. Just remind Darren he's right there and he's ready to throw, put up a fight. And just because he's throwing back up to a 40 now average. I guess it was just a 1 point above this season.
27.
Anyway, just because he's throwing a 40 average, though, doesn't mean he can't put in a 25, 26 starter.
81.
Oh no, I thought it was 2 triples. Yeah, get out of my way.
$25.
So it looks like Darren's going to be first in checkout range here. He will. It's guaranteed he's got the checkout range locked.
55.
Unless he were to deflect one of his darts, of course. And very unfortunate third dart leaves off on the 119 just
Is
to
it a
miss the
bogey?
big single.
No.
It's not, no.
Oh,
There's no bogeys
29.
below 159.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said. He was on 174, hit 20 with the first start, so he was like out of bogey risk.
97.
Okay.
So,
43.
honestly, at this point, I don't think anyone in Q League is making this decision on 2-3-3 20-19-25 to set up the 167 is the kind of best chance of. Is that 2 misses or 3, Shelby? What do you think?
What?
2? Let's just say 2.
Okay.
Let's just say 2 misses. I don't know. He's got 22, and all the darts are on the right side of the
wasn't
board.
paying
Like
attention.
I just is he trying to go like 6 was it?
32.
Yeah, it was 6 double 8 or something. Right, was he trying to split it 6 for 16, and then had to go up high on the 4, I guess.
Got it. Third dart.
Yeah, all right. Well, you should have done that in the first place. Or maybe I was misreading
well, sir.
everything. I don't know. I should start paying more
Shoot
attention.
well.
Trying to talk to you. Trying to look at the
I
broadcast
haven't
booth.
even been listening to what you've been babbling about for the last 2 minutes. Like, I really couldn't tell you a word that you said. I love you, though.
That's okay.
41.
I couldn't tell you a word I've said either.
Yeah.
Oh, nice first start. Nice enough second dart. Just miss him high. Stop missing him low.
76 and 1490.
Because if Darren wins this, then
55.
we're done. This is the last leg, right?
That's right.
83.
I thought one of those had clicked into the treble 19 there. 76 on the 19s and then an adjacent 7.
Darn. 29.
Uh, 21.
So what did you say Darren's cat's name was? Artemis?
Artemis, yeah.
So we totally need to get him to take a video, and we'll do like an Artemis cam. I'll put it in post whenever we hear that
44.
Yeah, named
raucous
after
meowing.
the character.
And Always Sunny, obviously.
No. No, it's not. It's actually
I know.
not.
I know it's
Okay,
not. I'm sure
okay.
it's not.
From Ready Player One.
55.
Really
Yes.
interesting.
I'm,
I'm surprised
like,
because
second-guessing myself.
I felt like we had a mutually we saw that movie together.
Yeah, we did.
Right, and I felt like we had a mutually.
Yeah, their cat. They already had a cat by that point, I think.
13.
I felt like. Oh, wait, they had that cat. So it was from
Yeah.
the book.
Yeah, from the book. They both had read the. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
62.
Yeah, they
Okay.
they both had read the book, like him and.
And just in
Samantha,
case it's not
their
obvious to the
daughter.
listeners, these players could be calling out literally any score right now. We're not paying attention at all to the match. We're just
29.
about this cat life now. Anyway,
Cat life.
yeah, yeah. John could have called out a 172, or no, that's actually a score you can make.
He could have though, and you would have put it in.
45.
Anyway, he could have called out a 193, and I would have entered 193 and scored it. Any misses for Darren on that 45? Any missed doubles, you think?
Yeah.
78.
Oof, good first start. I want to do the Wayne Martle. Go on then.
140.
Go on then. Oh, that was really bad, Wayne.
I don't know.
I hope you never
I don't
listen
know
to
what he
this.
sounds like.
Wayne, I'm so sorry. It's not. It doesn't sound like that. Like the one thing it doesn't sound like is what I just did.
40.
Alex a double 18, a 1 and a 3 there. So hits the 12, wants double 16 now, Darren. Now that we're actually paying attention to this for a change.
Speak for yourself.
12.
And compute says no. Porterfield can set it up. That's going to be tough. Needs another one of those for the bullseye. Decides I would rather not have a chance at a checkout this leg at all.
33.
Darren's still looking for that double 16. Still looking.
Oh, 8.
So he'll be on double 12 if he comes back. 1 or 9. 9 it is. Double 16 now. Double 8. Oh, the wrong time. The double 16, a dart late. A dart late, a check out short. Ancient English proverb. Looking for that double 6. A little bit outside, I think. Yep, can't complete the 24. Inside, outside, outside.
No.
Outside of the 9. Can you bring it in? He cannot, but that's still a double. Double 18 now. Ooh,
6.
well off. Darren's still trying to get it down here. Well, it looked inside, but it sounds outside. I mean, it looked like it was in, but it sounds like it's outside.
Bust.
Yep.
Oh, wait, I got it in the first I noticed.
Well,
I
as
threw the second dart.
as
That doesn't
rules,
Does that count?
so
it's like,
the rules are the game shot is the game shot. And Darren surprising us all, including himself, getting over the line there with that double 6. We were wrong in the booth. He was wrong on the Aki. If John was watching, I'm sure he was wrong too about what darts were where. Anyway, another solid performance there from Darren. John this time doing well to get across the line, getting a leg on the board just like JD after going 0 for everything in his first week match, getting that monkey off of his back. Meanwhile, Wood 13 slipping a little bit from his first week average, but still solid enough to maintain his lead position in the tables. Speaking of which, we'll take a look there. So Mike Hughes doing well to pick up some ground there. Mike Gilligan and Seth Wilkerson slipping down from their first week matches, picking up no points this week. Still without a draw here so far in the season of City League through 8 matches. Again, these players are playing best of 8, so they can draw at 4-4, but as we've seen so far, it has just been a race to 5. And we're just racing on into week 3 here as we take a look at the lineup coming up. So kicking it off, we'll have Toaster and Electron John, followed by Wood 13 and Dart Maestro. Then we'll have Jimmy D and DJ Mike Hughes, following it up, rounding out the week with Sweet Action and Silver Fox. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in.
Catch y'all next time.